Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video we're going to do a watch me work and I'm going to do a fill on my daughter's nails. So she has full coverage tips on. We are just going to fill her nails. I think this is about a 4.5 week growth. She didn't break any. I am very proud of her. So she wants a nice kind of end of summer fall design. So let's see what we come up with. So I decided just to fill her nails and not soak off the tips and start all over again, just because we were short on time and her natural nails, she's trying to grow them out. So I just kind of wanted to not disturb them at all. And we are going to use Magic's nail guard system, which is a soak off product. And that product works really well on my daughter's nails for a fill service. So my first step after sanitizing the hands and wiping the nails with alcohol, I use a cuticle pusher to push the proximal nail fold back, and then I will go in with my Atwood, I think this is the orange crush bit, to debulk the nail, take the product off and shorten. She decided she wanted to change this shape and go for a shorter tapered square. And with this bit, I have my e-file on about 22 to 23,000 RPM. And then with the medium grit sanding band, zebra sanding band at about 11 to 12,000 RPM, I will go in and just make the growth area flush to the nail without touching the nail and getting off any remaining product and or lifting that there may be. Next I go in with my cuticle prep, and I'm using my Atwood, I think this is called the Texas Tornado Sciver bit, and I'm just kind of getting underneath the proximal nail fold and lifting it up and then getting any of the cuticle that's on the nail plate off. I have my E-file set anywhere from 5 to 9,000 RPM. And then with my hand file, I'm using a 150-150 zebra file. It's a moon shaped, and reshaping the nails, and then I will also lightly go over the natural nail plate just to etch it and get off any shine. Normally I will use my sanding band, my zebra sanding band, at about 5,000 RPM, but we were talking and I forgot to turn the camera on. So with the file, I'm just using very light pressure on the natural nail, which I don't know if I filmed any of that. When you're etching the natural nail plate, very light pressure. You do not want to take any layers off. You do not want to create any rings of fire when you're working on the natural nail plate itself. And here I'm just using 99% isopropyl alcohol and cleaning off all the dust. Now I'm going in with my ONL Primer, just on the natural nail only, letting that dry. Then I will go in with Magic's Silicone Thin Base, put a very thin layer on the whole nail, and I'm actually scrubbing it right in so the product gets into all the nooks and crannies that the sanding band and the file have created. Then I will do a full 60-second cure in my LED lamp. So for the fill part, I'm going to use Magic's Nail Guard, the clear 2-in-1 builder. I first start with doing a slip layer, and then I will go in with a little bit more product on my brush and just gently coax it down the nail. I will also take a detailer brush and just move the gel where I need it to go, and then that way I don't do as much filing. And I will only do one nail at a time, specifically because it was so warm in my studio that I could only do one nail at a time. After I get all the product on all 10 nails, I will do a full 60-second cure. Even though each nail has gone in for about 60 seconds, I like to make sure the product is thoroughly cured. After a full cure, I will wipe the dispersion layer off with 99% isopropyl alcohol and then do my finish filing. First of all, what I do is I make sure that there's no product on the skin, and I will shape the nails the way I want them. And then in this case, I didn't have to use a bit. There wasn't a whole lot of filing I needed to do, so I just did my finish filing with my hand file. Then I will wipe the nails again with alcohol, and I'm going in with Ugly Duckling's number 131. This is my go-to color for doing the base of the nail when I'm doing a French. My daughter wanted a purple sparkle French with flowers, and apparently my grandson Liam, who just turned 3, picked the picture. So we did this set for him. And because my daughter's got a nice color to her nail bed, I only put 1 layer of number 131 on, and I cured for 1 minute. And for the French design, we're going in with number 307 Sparkly Magenta from Magic. This was the first time I used this color. This is from one of their fall collections. I had no idea how this glitter was going to apply as a French, and it worked beautifully. I didn't struggle, it didn't run, I wasn't chasing the color anywhere unless, the only cleanup I had to do is when I made a mistake. My daughter's very good at keeping her hand very loose, so I can twist her fingers around when I am doing a French on her. So it makes it so much easier to get a nice crisp smile line. And I was able to do all 5 nails without flash curing, which is what I really love about Magic's Mlaq line. It's a little bit thicker in viscosity, so it kind of stays where you put it. It doesn't run, especially in a warmer temperature studio, so it was very enjoyable to use for this design. The brush I'm using to do the French is Ugly Duckling's Striper brush. I've had this brush for quite a long time and have never used it until probably about 6 months ago. Now doing French nails is so much easier, so much fun. It's very quick. It really helps when you have the right tools when you're doing any kind of artwork. And of course, the client must relax their hand and not wiggle, not play on the phone, not drink coffee, just sit there and zone out. And for the cleanup, I'm using Ugly Duckling's Angled 2 brush, and I put just a little bit of alcohol on the brush to clean up any wiggly smile lines. And then to preserve my brushes, I will take Ugly Duckling's Tacky Top Coat, get all the color out, and I wipe everything off with a dry lint-free wipe. Put the cap on and then store them in my drawer until I use them the next time. So here I am using number 44 from Ugly Duckling, that's the white, to create the dots. And I'm using Magic's number 275 Neon Summer, which is the pink. And on top of the pink, I'm using Radiance number 292, also from Magic. So when I place the white dots on, I don't cure. And then when I put the pink in the middle, I will pull it through with my detailer brush right through the white, and then I will cure. And the brush I'm using to pull the pink through the white is Magic's number 2 Lines and Swirls brush. After I've cured, I will go in with Radiance, which is a gold glitter, and put that on top of the pink center, and then cure again for 30 seconds. Then after a full cure of the flowers, I am using the Tackless glass finish top coat. Because it is a thicker viscosity than their Tackless Hyper Shine, I like to use the Tackless glass finish over any kind of designs or stickers or water decals. That way it goes on smooth over top of any raised artwork. Sometimes what I will do after I cured the top coat is I'll lightly buff and then re-top coat again. With this set of nails, I didn't have to buff and re-top coat. After a full 60-second cure and I let the nails rest and cool down for about a minute, I will go in with a 180-240 file and make sure that there's no product on the nails. Just do a nice light shape around the sidewalls and free edge, and then I go in with my cuticle oil and my big ball bit. I'm sorry, I don't know what this ball bit is called. It's from Erica's, and it just exfoliates the skin and massages that cuticle oil right into the skin. My clients love this bit. And here's the finished look. I absolutely love these nails. Everything about this service was so easy with the products that I used, and even the tools that I used, it really sped up my service. Usually when I do my daughter's nails, it's probably between 2 to 3 hours, especially with filming. Not this time. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!